Hello and welcome back to this channel. I have been away for quite some time. I said I'd be updating on here every twice a week, but life has been crazy. A lot has been happening. So I don't know what I should do today. Maybe instead of a story, I should give an update of what I've been up to. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll give an update of what my life has been like for the last about 3 weeks. Things have been crazy, by the way. A lot has been going on in my life. Mostly not in a bad way. Things have been okay for the most part. So, starting off strong, I side quested too hard. I got myself engaged. Mind you, the last time I was here, I was not engaged, but now I am. It is what it is. Maybe one day I'll tell a story about how that came to be, but yeah, that's it. I'm engaged now. Although I don't want to get married, honestly. I don't know if maybe I might, but it's not among my dreams. I aspire to do big things, and marriage is not one of them. If anything, I want to get married and get divorced and move on with my life. Yeah, there are things to do. Benton is a great person. I don't want to be whatever. This is what happens when you turn on your camera without having prepared on what to say. Now I'm just stuttering. Anyway, my face has gotten terrible over the weeks. I have a lot of black marks. What are they called? Blackheads or something. But I'll take care of that soon. I think I need to have a skincare routine. I don't know. I never used to think I would want. Not that there's anything wrong with having a skincare routine, but I kind of thought I was above the program. You see, my face has never had problems per se. It's always been just a face. I did not have acne problems, whatever skin issues. But now I realize I'm not above the program, and I need to have a skincare routine, take care of my skin. We'll get to that. I think I should be doing my eyes with a brown pencil, not a black pencil, because now it looks very dark, and I'm not used to walking outside with such dark eyebrows. I'm quite self-conscious, but yeah, this will do for today. I don't know if I'll go outside, but I have some things to do, but they'll just be indoors. We'll see how that goes. So I've been out on a few dates. The last date was what sealed the deal. It was good, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it's been a month now since that date. Oh my god, I've been away from here for such a long time. I need to pull up my socks. So let me sit here. My grandfather passed away a few days ago. When my sisters and I are here, we're planning to go home for burial. We'll see. That will be next week. We are going to bury him next week. And the man has lived his life. He was about 90. Yeah, he was about 90 years old. And I think 90 is quite advanced to live your life all the way to 90. Can you imagine how many times you would have to have escaped death? Like, uh, in my, well, I'm in my 20s, and I've experienced quite a couple of life threatening circumstances, or not life threatening per se, near death experiences. I've had quite a couple of those. So, can you imagine living a life all the way to 90? You have to have dealt with so many of those life threatening situations, near death experiences, you know, things that are just human. But yeah, that he I hope he had a good life, you know. We were not together most of the time. He visited us, I think, once or twice in my first 18 years of living with my parents. But he was a great man, so may he rest in peace. Oh my god, the eye the eyebrows are cousins again today. They refused to marry, but we'll get there. In the last 1 month that I've been away, I haven't been doing any makeup, so my skills are pretty much the same as they were when I started. So still, still using the beginner excuse, but we'll get there. Okay, we will. So while I was away, I watched The Scandal, and I was thoroughly impressed. I don't know if I should talk about it now or later. Maybe I should do it now. Yeah, The Scandal, it was amazing, and unfortunately, I have no one to talk to about how nice it was because the show is old. I can't remember when it was. Uh, I think the last episode was released in 2016 or 17. I don't know, but it's a long time. People already watched it and moved on, so I'm left with me and my thoughts. That's why I'm gonna share them here. So, my favorite character was Olivia Pope. Uh, if you watched the show, you know Olivia Pope was I think she's the main character, and she was amazing. She, Kerry Washington ate that role down. She did a good job. I like her. Mm, it is at this point that I should mention that I'm Shonda Rhimes' biggest fan. I really love her work. Anyway, about the characters, uh, I really loved how Olivia was the one always running the show. She was running the White House on the sides, but she was making the decisions, you know. She would tell Fitz how things are supposed to go, and Fitz will listen to her and do what she says most of the time. I really like that because I'm a feminist, and I like when women have a say. So that was that really amazed me in the show, and also the fact that Melly, Fitz's wife, got to got to be the president of the United States. I don't know if she had a second term, but I'm grateful that she got in on her first trial after being, I think she was a senator for a while there. Yeah, I love that her political ambitions came to fruition because she really wanted it, and it was going to be a mark of achievement not only for her but for women, at least in the show. She got to be part of history. She became the 45th president, I think. Was it 45th or 46th? And I don't know. I feel like she would have done even better with Olivia by her side throughout the end of her term, but that's out there. We ended the show while she's still president, so that's good for her, good for Millie Grant. And I also loved the character development from being just Fitz said she's her job is to wave is to just be present, appear to be supporting the role of being to Jesus Christ, what am I saying? To support the role of being his wife, not helping him make decisions and stuff. Uh, well, I'm not good at multitasking, not as good as I thought, but I loved Nelly's character. I loved how she speaks. I think that's her voice. I like how she speaks from her, like, her voice comes from her chest. She has this deep, resting voice, which I really like. You know, other people speak from here, from the throat, but she speaks from her chest or her stomach. It comes from deep within. I really like that. And when I was watching Cyrus's character, Cyrus is nice. As much as he's a political monster, he's cruel. What's the word? He's not reckless. Jesus, can't remember the word. We'll go with unforgiving. Like, if he's going to kill you, I remember how he killed the attorney general. Was it the attorney general? What's his name? David Rosen. Yeah, when he killed David Rosen at his home, he literally killed him with he literally watched him die on his floor. After explaining to him exactly what's going on, he poisoned him. After Jake had told him that unless he killed someone by himself, he should not be in any position to make threats or use him to kill people. If he wants someone dead, he should at least do it himself. So that's when he killed David. He's a ruthless monster, but I like his character. I like how he was portrayed and how he did his part. You know, if Shonda had written him to be a nice person, I don't know. Well, the job which he needed to do on that show, he did quite well. And I also like how he speaks. He sounds to me like Reddington, you know, Raymond Reddington. At first, I even thought it was him because even the mannerisms, their body type, they look alike. But yeah, he does a good job. I like the way he speaks. He lets his words ring. I don't know how I can describe that. Like, I like how he speaks. I like the show. You might notice I keep saying I like everyone. It's because I do. The show was nice. Everyone did their part and executed quite well. So I watched it like 2 weeks ago. That's why I can't remember some characters. This review is all over the place, but please bear with me because it's my first time and I had not prepared to talk about this. But moving on quickly, Jake was such a handsome man. Oh my god, that's one fine white boy. I like Jake, the way he loved Olivia, and he was always there for her. Well, not always, but whenever she needed him to come through, most times in the show he did, which I like. I hated that Jake was just, his character is just someone who takes orders from others. Like, given his physical posture, the way he's built, and also the fact that he worked as a B613 agent, he should have some balls, you know. He should not be the one doing everyone's dirty work, as much as that's what he was trained to do. He was out of the B613. He should have lived his life like he said he would be happy to flip burgers at Getty's Burger, but the government needed him. So I feel like he should have been his own man. At least he should have been given a chance to be his own man, not always taking orders from the president, from uh, Fitz, from Olivia, from Cyrus, you know. Although at one point he was command, which I don't know. I don't think he was. I don't understand how he could go from command, being the most powerful person, like even more powerful than the president of the free world, to just being, you know, an underdog. And I don't think he deserved better. At the end of the show, he was put in prison, I think forever, which is so unfortunate for him. I wished he had a better ending, but it is what it is, man. Uh, Now let's talk about Queen and how I appreciated her character development from being hired as an associate at the OPA, uh, from being such a timid girl but always doing her duty, to becoming a B613 agent, to doing the work that they used to do at B613, executing people where need be. And she even became, she could now torture someone and get information out of them. I like the development all the way to running OPA, which later became QPA, and she was always so precise and there for the job. She loved her job and she did each well. She's a good boss, I think, for the most part. And her husband, her and Charlie were great. I liked how they ended up together. At least Charlie deserved it, you know. Yeah. So I think their part was nice. Uh, Charlie, Charlie, at the beginning of the show, he seemed like someone who'd just be killed off. He looked like a minor character, but I'm glad that he was around, even getting to work at OPA for a while Olivia was busy running around with the president. Yeah, I liked how he was involved. And Hack, Hack was my guy. I like how loyal he was to Olivia, how he always knew that she would be the one to tame his guy. He had this thing where he became very ruthless. He would say that his guy is out and roaming. But I liked how he always counted on Olivia to bring him back to sanity, and he was always loyal to him, and he had the muscles to protect her. You know, someone of Olivia's uh, rank in what she does, she needed security most times, and she's portrayed as a rich kid. I really love that about her. And her outfits, oh my god. When I grow up, I want to be dressing like her when she was on official duty. She has, or rather, whoever dressed her had impeccable taste. Uh, yeah. Jesus, I'm becoming pale. Pale. Olivia's dad, the command himself. I like how he was able to take on the role. Like, he portrayed strength and genius. He always knew what to do. Like, he's just the right person to run command. You see, when Olivia was command, she was not able to. She's not a person who can pull herself from the life at the White House, life at the OPA, and still be command. It was too much of a responsibility for her, and I liked how the show portrayed that. Uh, anyway, Olivia's father was the best person to be command, and he embodied the role well. He did such a good job, and he had a nice cover for when someone showed up, when he was is it a paleontologist, someone dealing with bones and stuff. He was good at that too, and I like how authoritative he is. I like that man. What else have I not talked about in the show? There's Olivia, Miley, Faith, Cyrus, Jake, Queen. Yeah, they are nice. Harrison was also great. I don't like how he was killed off before the end of the show. I feel like he would have been a better person to run OPA after Olivia became busy with the White House. Although Queen did a good job, I feel like he deserved to be the one to run things, He had the stamina, and he was a gladiator through and through. He never betrayed Olivia, and he always believed in her. He was always grateful and indebted that she had saved him. I can't remember from what. I can't remember what his life was before OPA. So yeah, that was it about my show. I watched the show a while ago, like I said, like 2 weeks 2 weeks ago, and when it ended, I felt so lost. Do you know that feeling when you watch such a good show that when it ends, you don't know what to do with your life, because that's been your life for the duration of time that you are watching it? So that was me. I was so devastated. I did not know what else I'm going to watch, or what I would watch that would match the standard of what Shonda Rhimes had output on Scandal. I am kind of still in the same phase right now, but I'm okay. I have other things I'm doing. So, like right now, after I'm done with this, I think I'll go cook something, have some lunch, and then read. I have a lot of reading to do. Then I'll think of something else. We'll catch up some other day. Hopefully it will be soon. I don't want to be away for as long as I have been, because I also want to grow this channel. I also want to do the things I said I would do, or rather achieve the goals for which I started this channel. So I have to keep the momentum going, but I don't think I'll be present for the next 1 week, because we are going for burial. We're going to bury my grandpa. Then I'll be back and we continue the business of the city. I think I'm done. I don't know if I'm missing any step. Yeah, let me do the lips and then show my hair. So I did the lips. I took that with a terrible cat eye, but so far so good. Now my hair, and now that's me with everything done. That's my hair. How do I look? I like it. I've looked at myself in the mirror, and this is some of my best work since I began this makeup shenanigans. So yeah, I guess that's why we end this video today. It's been a great session. I enjoyed doing this makeup. I want to be doing more. I also want to be talking more, because I need to grow my public speaking. I'll check for the mistakes I made in this video, and we'll do better next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.